Good day everyone, and welcome back to another video of the 2021 Nestbox series. And with it, we go into the final week of the Nestbox series. And as loads of different little things happened in this video, and it made quite a long video on the 9th, so we're just covering the 9th today. And with it, we see all 6 chicks sitting in the nest, very picturesque and looking very fluffy. And I know I've been covering 2 days per video, but I didn't want the video to be about 15-16 minutes long. But on the other side of it, we get one more video with these fluffy little chicks. And we hear a starling scaring the chicks. Just listen. They immediately hunkered down to avoid detection. Thankfully, Mork comes in and breaks the tension. And then quickly followed by Mindy. And then after Mindy leaves, we actually hear a magpie. And a magpie would take a juvenile chick in a heartbeat. And the juvenile chicks also wouldn't really know to run away. They would hunker down and be easily caught if they were fledged and in sight of a magpie. And it's very sad to say that only about 1/3 of fledged chicks make it to adulthood. A sobering thought, but these chicks have been given the best chance by Mindy and Mork. We see another chick there testing its acrobats. And there is also a whole lot of preening going on, as these guys are pretty much fully grown. You can see the side of their beaks that they still have the gape, but that will gradually become smaller and smaller and condense down until it's just their beak. And they're very happy to cuddle up with each other, except when the parents arrive, and then it's every chick for itself. And as always, Mork and Mindy are not letting them down where the food is concerned. They're constantly in and out with food. And with the chicks capable of eating 100 caterpillars a day, their work is really cut out for them. And Mindy is still maintaining the nest. And she will burrow down into the nest cup to take away any waste or anything that she can find that she feels shouldn't be in the nest cup. And if your male and female look very alike, I've only ever really noticed the female doing this behaviour, actively going down into the nest cup like this, head first. The male will certainly take fecal sacs off the chicks and any visible ones around the nest, but I have only ever seen the female do this. So a good way to tell which is your female if they look very alike. Some fine wing flapping going on here. I really don't know how they don't take off. And a whole lot of wing flapping has been going on. All the chicks seem to be doing it now. And they don't ever do it at the same time. They all seem to take turns. It really is like a switch is flipped. And just watch, this chick attempts to jump to the hole, but actually doesn't make it. Maybe next time. Back for a cuddle. And I've always noticed when the chicks do something a little bit independent, like the first time they venture out of the nest cup or jumped up to the side of the nest box here, they always return to the nest cup for reassurance. It's quite a cute and endearing behaviour. And speaking of cute and endearing, a fecal sac. We hear another starling here. You can also hear what I think is Mork alarm calling there. and you can immediately see the chick's demeanor change. But thankfully the danger passes. Or comes in with some food, followed by Mindy. The parents bringing in food always seems to reassure the chicks after something scares them. It seemed to really scare that chick. And the day continued on, with loads of wing flapping. It really is like a little machine gun going off, as their first flight is going to be pretty critical, as ideally they'd like to be able to fly to a tree or a shrub, as if they land out in the open they're inclined to be taken by pretty much every predator going. Crows, rooks, magpies, cats, even jackdaws, woodpeckers if they were in this area, but I don't believe them to be. And if the chick did look weak enough, I would say even a starling may have a crack at it. And needless to say, if a sparrowhawk saw it, well, it wouldn't really last too long. We see Mindy here spot a bit of waste on the chick and tries for quite a bit to get it off. It's quite a funny sequence, especially when she uses her foot as leverage. Just watch. But thankfully manages to get it. And as we come to an end of another day, the chicks are still very active and doing a whole lot of wing flapping. And that brings us to the end of the 9th. And tomorrow, the 10th, was the original day that I had them pegged to Fledge. So will that day be the day? Well, I'm certainly not going to tell you that. You're going to have to tune in and find out, I'm afraid. So to be sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification to know when I upload. And with that, I will leave you with 6 fluffy chicks preening themselves and getting ready and sleepy for the night. So I hope you are all keeping well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.